What's up, everyone? Let's go over the solution to challenge number 5, the Magnificent 9. But first, here's the list of everyone that completed this one. Great job, you guys. The goal here was to collect the 9 energy tanks that are located outside of wrecked ship Lower Norfair and Meridia. Many of you quickly realized that 7 of these 9 are fairly straightforward to collect, and 4 of them are completely free, so I won't discuss those. The Gauntlet E-Tank does require either bomb jumping or precise wall jumping to reach, and navigating Gauntlet with minimal items can be tricky. Also, there's the issue of this right-facing blue gate in the Pink Brinstar Hopper Room. Fortunately, there's a way to open this without Wave Beam. By shooting a super missile in just the right way, it'll clip through the gate and open it. If you don't know how to pull this off and would like to learn, I put a link to a great tutorial in my video description. To get the E-Tank in the ceiling in Blue Brinstar, you can either use this Rio enemy or just bomb jumping. Also, note that you will need to pick up a reserve tank and X-ray scope to complete this challenge. Now, let's move on to the real problems: Crocomyre's E-Tank and the Waterway E-Tank. For now, just take my word for it. The Waterway E-Tank must be collected last. To get to Crocomyre's room, you can't go this way because Bubble Mountain is off limits. You can't go this way because there's no way to glitch your way past this gate. Frog Speedway may sound tempting, but we don't have Speed Booster nor any way to get a Shine Spark suit or Blue suit because of the ammo restriction. However, there's another way to get through speed blocks, and that's by overloading PLMs, or post-load modifications, which makes the blocks act like air. We can do this using G-Mode. Before watching the rest of this video, if you're not already familiar with G-Mode, I'd recommend either watching my previous video about it, which I linked in the description, or checking out the speedrunning wiki page. Unfortunately, G-Mode won't work for Frog Speedway, and that's because when the frog enemies damage Samus, she doesn't get any knockback frames. This means that if you attempt to enter mobile G-Mode using a frog, you'll end up immobile in the save station room, with no enemies to free you. So that leaves us with only one route to Crocomyre Speedway. You'll just need to perform a mock ball to get there. Entering G-Mode here is particularly tough because of the constant heat damage, but it is doable with proper timing. If you attempt to directly enter mobile G-Mode, you'll realize there's a problem. You only have 4 or less energy. You must exit G-Mode using the X-ray scope before you can open any doors. But then you'll immediately start taking heat damage again and die before you can get through a door. Unless, of course, you use pause abuse. Instead, we'll enter immobile G-Mode, so that Samus has more energy. You can't do this from left to right, though, as seen here, because no enemy will come to free Samus. So we have to go right to left. For this particular method, I found that starting in this room with about 260 or slightly less energy works well. Fall down through the Crumble Shaft and enter Croc Speedway. Kill the red space pirates, and keep heading right until you see the second Multiviola. Follow it back to the left, being sure to keep it on screen, as otherwise it'll stop moving. Finally, use it to enter immobile G-Mode. Once immobile in the Crumble Shaft, shoot a super missile such that the Sova or Nova enemy falls onto Samus and frees her from the immobile state. Now, carefully work your way to the right while avoiding taking any damage. It's worth noting that although it looks like the space pirates can't shoot their projectiles, they are there. They're just invisible and stationary, so try to avoid them. When you reach the final stretch of speed blocks, if they're still solid, it means PLMs aren't overloaded yet. To overload them, just lay bombs up against the blocks until they act like air. Now, the screen won't scroll further right until G-Mode is exited. Just head as far to the right as you can, activate X-Ray to exit G-Mode, then run back and forth until the screen scrolls to you. If you enter another room without doing this first, you can get some annoying graphical glitches. Quickly enter Croc's room and defeat him, collecting item drops from his projectiles as needed. Then, if you have enough energy, collect the E-Tank. At this point, if you want to make the Croc escape less stressful, you can go pick up the grappling beam, or just use bomb jumping. Finally, we can head towards the Waterway E-Tank. You'll need to bomb jump your way up the red tower, and then perform a blue gate glitch on the way. Once you reach Waterway, you'll realize we have more speed blocks to get through, so we'll use G-Mode again, but this time it'll be much easier. Get your energy and reserves set up for mobile G-Mode, as seen here. Then use one of these enemies to enter mobile G-Mode. Once you succeed, head back through the door and towards the speed blocks. You'll want to kill these enemies with a power bomb before proceeding. Now position Samus up against the blocks and repeatedly lay bombs to overload the PLMs. Once successful, just keep heading left. At a certain point, the screen will stop following you until you exit G-Mode. When you're as far left as you can get, go ahead and exit G mode. You won't be able to collect the E-tank until you do so, because PLMs are overloaded. Now the speed blocks are solid again, and you're soft-locked. Congrats on completing the challenge and trapping Samus forever. Thanks for watching, everyone, and good luck with challenge number 7, which will also be posted today. Cheers!